Hi folks, Joe here from Evolution Rugby and welcome to this week's analysis. Running a little bit late, but better late than never, I guess. And Joe Cokanasiga's match-winning, man-of-the-match performance for England. So I just wanted to go through bits and pieces here about what really stood out for this guy. There are loads of guys on the pitch who had a tidy performance, but actually for me, when people talk about this young man and his physical prowess, that's only half the story. The real key to this is what he's able to do with his body. And similar to Tuolangi, who had another good game, he's definitely building and improving. But again, it's their evasion skills, those half steps and bits and pieces that earned them the opportunities to be able to take on a weak shoulder or the hole next to it, the space next to a defender that actually stand them out. So this is the first look at a couple of the steps in Smoking Joe, Big Joe's repertoire. And really easy to start with, really comfortable, classic movement pattern where he's actually just stepping in and stepping out. Simple as that. And then throws a fend. It's brilliant, it's simple, it's effective, but we can just see it. I'll just take it back a couple of frames here. So what we're looking at here is the footwork where he's actually realizing that he's probably made a bit of a mistake. So he's going to go in towards the defender. He's going to then step back and go again and be able to throw what we call a don't argue. So as the camera zooms in on him, there's the step out, there's the fend, okay, so the point of contact is right on that defender's chest, so he's thrown that shot in there, so the camera will zoom in any second now. There's that big don't argue, get off of me, and then it's all about the power and the acceleration again, and he's in control of that contact situation. So very, very effective, very simple step. There's a couple of ways that we execute it within the Evolution Evade and Xcel program. You can do it with a stamp in and out like he does there, so it's a two-step, or you can do it like a hitch kick, so the feet actually swap over. So you'll have to check us out online, evorugby.co.uk, to be able to see a bit more about where and how you can learn that info. So coming up into one of Joe's second steps here. Massive bit of work on the handling skills from England there to get the ball into space, and this is a classic one, a little hitch kick or a goose in this one. We like to use it as kick starters. Very, very simple and effective. What it does is it gives that defender, which he's constantly looking at, so his head is always up. This is the other thing about Joe, is he's well aware about this guy's presence and he's well aware of what's coming over here, and you're going to watch this foot swing up and then kick down again underneath him to enable the gate kick in effective drive phase of the acceleration. So here we are. Let's take it back just a little bit further. On the pass, over the top, Elliot Daly's distribution there. It's actually a little knee up as well. So one of the things we coach is about just giving you a basic pattern in the Evade and Xcel program. But you can actually throw knees. It depends on each person, each athlete's cues and triggers, what they like to do. So you can see that foot come out there, and you can see how it's loaded it. This is a brilliant loading phase there, that perfect ankle ready to drive down hard and kick that leg through to be able to accelerate. And of course, the other bonus here is that Joe's got this massive fend as well. So he's putting that into the guy's chest, and he's able to get away from him, and an opportunity then to then keep that head up and take that space. So he's actually trying to get in between both defenders. You can see how he's tried to exploit this hole here, creating the passing opportunity out here for Tuolangi on the trail, but also for another man on the inside. Looks like Daly coming into shot here on that left-hand side. And of course, that one-handed grip does help give him some more information to the defenders. Remember that one of the key things that defenders don't like, that we want to do as attackers to be really effective, is provide a stimulus. And not only the body movements and the footwork coming into things, he throws a little shoulder drop before this one to then get into that space and then accelerate again, but he's able to use the ball as another distraction, another stimulus that distracts the defenders to be able to then accelerate through and obviously make a cracking offload. So we'll just speed up through this one as we move into Joe's next step in his repertoire. So we're heading into 155 in play here. So there's numerous bits and pieces, highlights from Joe's game. Really enjoying this. What I love about this one actually to start with is Billy. You can see actually, might as well capture it as well. See how Billy brings both feet together here and he's looking to give it a little bit of a hover step into a quade. So a guy who's reportedly about 135 kg is utilizing a step that's going to plant here, open up his hip line, and his other foot's going to plant that way. So one foot going there, one foot toeing this direction, enables him to drive and accelerate away on a harder angle. And you can already see that the defenders are hesitating. They're already dumping their weight here, the Italian defenders, and this guy's already in a world of trouble as he's dumped all his weight as well because Billy is on the go. So let's see if we can capture it in slow-mo. There it is at the point of contact. So you can see his toe. This one's straight. This one is opened up with the roll of the hip line. So this is how Quade Cooper does it, but it's obviously a far bigger, more exaggerated theatrical production from Quade, and he's gone. Okay, so if I just take that a little frame further back, see if I can capture it there. So you can see how the legs are loaded to drive away and be able to make a huge impact. That one, that two, and then he is off and around the corner, and the pass is coming into Smoking Joe. There's the offload. We've manipulated the defense. I believe here you're going to see the next one. Ball in two hands, eyes up and looking. Okay. Actually, we see a little shoulder drop, so it's just out of shot there, I think, from the camera change. There you go, into that angle. So he's now looking at being able to exploit on a Y-line in this position. So you think, again, our Y-line foundations. He's given himself an opportunity to go in one of two directions, trying to move, engage, and move that defender and be able to accelerate and manipulate him. So another cracking offload opportunity. So we're just getting through into these final bits of clip. So we'll scoot through to 228, and here we are. Joe on the line break again, inside ball. There's that acceleration. Actually surprised he doesn't use a fend at this point. And he's used a shoulder drop. Oh no, he's actually used a bit of a shoulder shuffle. So both steps are in play here. So if I capture it, there's one shoulder drop. Okay. And what he realizes here at this point, because he's loaded this foot, he's dropped that shoulder, he actually comes back across from what I can see there. So now we've dropped the shoulder the other side. So that's the clever thing about the best attackers in the business. He's able to drop the other foot. He's actually crossed over his feet, and he's driving into this space here, and he's looking for that offload again. So the shoulder drop is in the repertoire as well, or a shoulder shuffle. Get the fend out again and earn that offload. Fantastic acceleration. Be able to move through. And then we move it through to 303, where I find here in this clip again another fantastic bit of play, but really it's just a montage. The fends are coming through from Joe. He's able to, at this point, again, the fend, the eyes are up. Look at the shoulders. So there's that shoulder drop. You can just see it coming into play here. So he's shoulder dropping, stamping down behind this chap, and he's able to accelerate and make a choice on the Y lines that he wants to go on. Accelerates through, earns the offload. Again here, just watch this bit of footwork, little shoulder drop. So that's, again, it looks a lot like Pier Towel for Bristol Bears. That shoulder dropping shape, loading of the foot, and that ability to keep your head up and see what that defender's shoulders are doing. So these shoulders have already gone, so he's already gone that direction, which means Joe can take control of the open side position here, which is absolutely what he wanted to do. Control that contact phase, get a fend out there, earn the space to offload. So that's a classic bit of play from what we've seen from Joe's repertoire. And of course at the end here, this is the final bit with another goose. So we've got a goose and a kickstarter, but he throws a goose up in the air. That stands up the second row for Italy, straightens up on the defender because he knows he's got the support runner, and he's able to put the man away. So really simple attacking tool, this one again. So as you can see, that knee's up, he's got his eyes, actually using peripheral vision here. Well aware of what this guy's doing, but you need to watch how this leg changes position in a second. So we'll just take it back a frame, we'll clear that up. Let's see if I can capture it there. So we've loaded, and this is one of the best examples again. So foot came up, loaded the back foot, this one kicks out, so it actually gives this visual that you're going slower than you are. And then of course this comes down hard, drive into the ground hard, knee lift with this one, and it's into the acceleration phase straight away to be able to beat that defender. Get the fend out there if it's necessary, but of course Y-line and fix the man, puts England away for a try. So very simple stuff. You see the Y lines manipulating before the attack as well. All very natural, all very exciting play. Well done, cracking play. Looking forward to seeing what Joe can offer in the future. EvoRugby.co.uk.